Yo, what's going on, everybody? So I'm here in the beautiful mountains on vacation. My daughter, Cami Lobliner. What's up, Cami?
What's up?
What's up? Man, look at this. We need to move here. Like, this is much more my style than anything else. Isn't this great?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm a high school coach, and I always try to put in perspective, like, what it is these kids are getting into with sports, what their goals are, whether they want to play in college, whether they want to play professionally, and playing in either of those, very hard. Going Division I, isn't that one of the hardest things to do?
Yeah, percentage-wise, yeah.
Percentage-wise, it's extremely hard to do. So you know the odds are stacked against you, and the funnel is real. Now, Cami actually played with the girls in UT Knoxville. You got Cincinnati. Her team is stout, man. State champions, won district and regional last year, right?
Yeah, well, technically this year. Like this last season.
Yeah.
Previous season.
So what are your goals specifically going into, let's say, going into college? What are your goals as a high school athlete? What do you want to accomplish?
I mean, my goal right now is to go D1. My main goal being that I can be recruited in July by Division I coaches is to go D1 in college and then go from there, decide if I want to play pro or not. But right now I want to play pro.
So one thing about being a professional athlete as a female is there's not much money in it.
That's definitely a factor for me because I mean, I love this sport, but knowing that you're going to make such little money and barely be able to afford to live, it definitely is a factor of deciding if you want to play professional sports or not.
So just in perspective, female MLS players
And WSL.
and WSL make about $20,000 to $30,000 a year on a good year. Now, you get to the national team, right? They're going to make good money,
And
better
they
money,
just
especially
got
got that lawsuit. Yeah, explain the lawsuit.
So they got they put in a lawsuit because they wanted equal pay, and they finally won that lawsuit after many years of fighting for equal pay. So they get equal pay like the same as the men's team now.
That's, I mean, good. Whatever. Don't care. You know what? If they get equal pay, if the courts decide that's the way to go, that's fine. I do believe men fill the stands more when you take in ticket sales.
Actually, for the women's,
you're right, dude. Men in the USA, men kind of.
The soccer team for the women actually is like the same amount in the US, like in terms of fans.
Yeah. Wasn't it the men were getting the World Cup? The World Cup bonus that they got as a team? Wasn't that part of the discrepancy?
Yeah, well, the World Cup for men brings in more money. But if you just go game by game, the women usually bring in more money. Like, if they're just playing a, average international game, they'll have more viewers than the men's team. But World Cup-wise, the men get way more views just for the whole World Cup in general.
So Cami is not only a soccer player, she's also competing in powerlifting in May, and she's also a wrestler. Now, where do you want to go? What do you want to play pro? I mean, when you practice every day. So when I train, I'll tell you what, I had trouble getting up for training when I wasn't going for something. I wasn't a pro card. I got up for it, but it was hard. When you get up, let's say today, we got up, we're on vacation. We went to the gym first thing. You and I trained with mom and everything, right? Mm-hmm. When you're training, what are you focused on? What are your goals? Is it just the next season? Is it the next game? Is it professional? Is it college? What drives you?
Well, I kind of just wake up trying to be the best me I can be. Like, when I train, I just know that I just want to do what I can. This is really hard to word. Like, just be the best me I can be, I guess. And that being my goals. I am not able to speak right now. What the heck?
You should probably have some cocaine.
Yeah. Dude.
No,
my brain is
but so basically she wants to be the best her that she can be every single day.
Yeah.
So if you had the opportunity to play in college, so right now you have a dilemma, right? So you have wrestling and soccer. Do you see wrestling? Well, there's not really any D1 wrestling programs.
They're coming out with more as we speak, but there's only 3 D1 wrestling programs as we speak. So I don't know if that will be a huge factor in going D1 because there's only 3 main wrestling schools for girls wrestling at the moment. They're currently trying to get more, but there's really nothing out there in terms of college.
So here's a question I think everybody wants to hear, especially since you're a girl. Are you scared, or does it concern you that you have swimmers who are biological males breaking all the female records and potentially taking scholarship opportunities from females. This is what I get asked a lot on Twitter. I apologize if this offends anybody, but if you really want to know what a girl in high school thinks, now I'm not going to, don't say anything. It'll get you canceled. We don't need that shit. I don't need that in my life right now. And we also don't want YouTube to demonetize this.
I'm not going to.
But I know you're not there, but how do you think we should handle this? I mean, I'm in favor of men's, women's, and then a miscellaneous division where people can compete co-ed, whatever. But look, at the end of the day, the way the rules are written, I could literally come off my TRT. I can switch it to estrogen RT, whatever the hell that's called. And pop, couple years later, and I still have 4 years of college eligibility left. I can go light girls up on the rugby field in college. That's the way the rules are written. So what in your opinion? I know you did a great video that went somewhat viral on Twitter before. What should we do? Thomas says open. By the way, open Q&A. If you have questions, ask them. We're going to answer this later. Cami, what do you think?
No, honestly, I agree. We need to we need to make a separate division for people who want to identify as something different than their biological gender. That way we don't have opportunities for biological women being threatened. So I think definitely an open division would be a good idea.
So to your knowledge, so when you get on the soccer field, let's say if Betty is really Bobby with a Y, not with an I, because I is a chick, right? So let's say you line up. Are you fearful, or do you want to take, if a dude lined up across from you, are you thinking, oh man, I'm so intimidated? Are you thinking, I'm going to light this dude up?
Light this dude up. I mean, like, I don't care personally when I step on the soccer field, if like whoever I'm playing against, if it's a guy, a girl, or whatever, I don't care. I just go in with the same mindset of like trying to do my best and win for my team.
What is your mindset going on the soccer field? What is that mindset?
To win.
To win, to dominate. I mean, so when you see someone else on the other team, like I know I get kind of, when I played football, I see someone on the other team or when I boxed and I think I need to take that dude out, right? When you line up and let's say you're playing and you look at the other team, what goes through your mind?
Well, I mean, it's kind of different if you're wrestling and if you're playing soccer. Wrestling, you just go in and you need to go in with the mindset that you want to like really like destroy your other opponent. But for soccer, the goal is to just embarrass them. You don't want to kill them really, because it's not like football. You're not like tackling them because you will get carded. But my mindset is like to just embarrass them. So
the goal is to embarrass your opponent.
Yes.
So how do you embarrass the opponent?
Well, in soccer, it's kind of done as a whole team, or if you're like individually just like completely doing moves around them or like just passing around them. You just want to basically embarrass them by winning.
So what would you say the mindset? Now you play at a very competitive school. Like, how many girls did Ravenwood cut before in tryouts last year? Was it some absurd number of
like
girls?
Probably like 15, 20-ish, which is a lot for high school
considering
girls.
there's varsity and there's JV.
Yeah.
And they both roster 20 girls or 18?
We have large rosters, 18 to 20 per.
18 to 20 girls. So they're cutting just about 50% of the girls who play. So 100%, let's say you have 40 rostered, you're cutting over 50% of that number.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have a freshman team, because we for sure could have had a freshman team, but we cut.
And these are club level, really good soccer players. So would you say that most of the girls on your team share your mindset as far as going to college? Are you in or I know some girls, some of the seniors are like, I'm done. I'm out. I've had enough. I got my ring. I'm out. Like, what would you say the mindset is and of those athletes?
Well, honestly, it's different from people who make like the people who make varsity first year or second year definitely share the same mindset of wanting to go to college, wanting to play D1. Most of the varsity players do. If you make varsity just your senior year, usually they don't. Like the girls who made it just their senior year because they played JV the 3 years before that. But the girls on JV, a lot of them, actually probably like half of them have that mindset. And I would say that most of the girls who play at my high school program have the mindset of wanting to go to college. So, yeah.
So I don't think much has changed since we were kids. Also, I notice, so on Twitter, there's a lot of political correctness talk. Like the kids are getting soft, they're getting weak.
Mhm.
I don't know where that's at, but we go to a school where most of our programs compete in state. For example,
Yes.
her team placed third this year.
Technically third.
Technically third place
/4.
in state, third in state, and one regional, one district. The year before, one state. So the mindset I see as a coach is that actually the kids, and maybe I just grew up in an area with a bunch of pansies, the kids are actually more goal oriented. And dude, your football team is there at 6 a.m. every day of the week training.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my wrestling team would run through a wall if I told them to. These girls are on the soccer field. We see them training with no coaches around.
Yeah.
Do you think, and you weren't alive when I was a kid, but from the stories I told you, we weren't as tough as I say we were. Do you think that the kids these days are soft?
Like, what do you mean soft?
Well, do you think football players have gotten soft and woke and just politically correct? Or do you think that these are just really elite alpha individuals who want to win? Or do you think that's maybe, have you played teams that were more woke and you've noticed that they were different? They didn't have that killer mindset. What do you think y'all are soft? Or do you
No.
think y'all are tough?
No, I mean, I think people want to see our generation as soft, but I don't think we are. Like, even I don't think when it comes to sports that anything changes based on your political view. Like, you step on that field, you're still like an athlete. Like, even it doesn't matter if you're liberal, you're conservative. It just comes down to your hard work. Like,
Yes.
you can still work hard even if you're a liberal or a conservative or an independent. Like, it doesn't matter.
Now this conversation comes off of like, so I coach with a couple guys who are completely opposite of me on the spectrum of political, right? The political
Yes.
spectrum. But when we get out there, we're all about winning and doing the best for the kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that sports does something that brings people together that nothing else can. And I don't think people who've never competed at a high level in sports will ever understand what that is.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I get so mad when people try to bring politics into sports, because sports are like the one thing that holds us together. Like, as it's one of the only things as a society that keeps people like interacting as people.
I think so. And I've never, like, gyms are the most accepting place. And it just seems that on a sports field, like we go to our school is extremely diverse, and maybe it's different in some areas, but the experience I have is that kids these days, and maybe the millennials are the ones who are weak. Kids these days are really strong-minded, at least athletes. I can't speak for the kids running around with blue hair on campus. I don't know about them.
Yeah, no.
But the athletes I know, they're actually tougher. They're actually tougher than we were when I was a kid. At least maybe it's just a more elite athletic school.
Yeah, I don't know. Our school is an elite athletic school, so I really can't speak for the rest of the generation that goes to schools that maybe aren't as athletically like talented. But I know at my school, all the athletes are driven and share a lot of the same values.
You know what? We can go. Questions will kind of lead us in the way.
Cami is a transfer.
Cami is definitely a trend. Cami, this is a primer. Welcome to the internet.
Thank you.
And we'll go ahead and address these. Are fine. So moving on to this. What's up, James? Okay, I do think so. Here's the deal. We have a very small segment of the population that is trans. And honestly, I love them. I actually love, I mean, everyone I've interacted with who is of that, they're not as nuts as you think on TV. Like, watching TV, like they're all crazy. I think the media portrays them.
Yeah.
They go for the most extreme crazy and they portray them as that. But I was actually on a grocery store tour. And they identify on their name tags as their gender if they want to.
Yeah.
So there was a he, him that was apparently visually not a he, him. But I like the name tag because I didn't say excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
I was like, excuse me, sir, because I'm old school. I say sir and ma'am. So I'm okay with that. I think all of us are. I think we do need we need to define what's acceptable, because what that girl at Penn is doing
Yeah.
is within the rules. So everybody's mad at her, but she's playing in the rules. The
Yeah.
rules say she can do that. So while I feel it's kind of bad, you're not breaking a rule.
No.
So we need to define the rules, and we need to step outside that whole, how did it become a Democrat Republican thing? It should be a fairness to biological women thing, in my opinion. Greetings from Atlanta. Okay. So from Edmundoto, do you have to kneel, raise your fist, and wear a Ukrainian flag before the game to be allowed to play these days? Not that I'm aware. So where we live in the great state of Tennessee, we're at right now, we vacate. We don't even leave Tennessee. We love it so much. Dude, we still say the national anthem. Everybody stands. I was at a wrestling tournament, and I'm walking from the bathroom, and the national anthem played. You could barely hear it. Everybody stopped. There's not even a flag in sight. Put their hand over their heart. That's the state I live in. Your state may be different, but my perspective is, and I'll reserve I don't even think I could say the word Ukraine without getting banned from YouTube. So I'm just going to leave my opinion on that conflict. But you guys know who've been following me a while. I'm a non-interventionist. I'm a kind of an isolationist when it comes to my country and my military and my defense. So you could probably draw your conclusion that we should probably stay out of things. Blah, 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 something about Ziz. I don't know if this is the place for that. This Edmundito. No, the kids I coach aren't soft. I'll tell you that. I might have a couple softies, but they'll be tough by the time I get done with them. I don't think I even understood politics when we were in high school 24 years ago. Unfortunately, a lot of people we went to high school with still don't understand politics. Guys are scared to be too masculine. There's a question, Cam.
What?
So you're a chick, right? You go to school with dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are dudes feminine now, or are they masculine? When I was a kid, there was a mix. There's some dudes who we used to say they had sugar in their shoes. It was a different time. But there were some dudes who were machismo, like rest in peace, Razor Ramon.
I don't
So
know who that is.
he was a wrestler. He just passed away yesterday.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna carve you up. Okay, so our dudes in high school are they feminine?
No. At my school, you may even say that most are over masculine.
Toxic masculinity reigns supreme.
That would definitely.
So the kids I coach, the dudes, they're extremely respectful. Yes, sir. No, sir. Wouldn't you say that?
Mm-hmm.
First, so we live in an area where teachers will literally take a pay cut to teach there because the kids are so good. I don't know what we're feeding those kids, but they're really good. And frankly, I don't think she belongs there. She's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't think that that dudes are weak?
No.
CNC had some tough thugs. Is that Culver City? I think so. Yes, we did. Sports is nothing more than a tool that the government uses to push political propaganda and agendas.
Sports.
I think athletes can be compromised. They can. But sports in general, I believe, are a unifying thing. For Thomas, did you go to Culver High? Is that Thomas? I think I know who you are. I think that could be my boy Thomas. Were we in Jerry's class together?
Oh my God.
Dude, I love the internet. So we did, dude. We did. I'm trying to think of some names. Yeah. Oh, fuck. There's a reunion.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to say his last name, but yeah. I remember Jerry. So Jerry was a teacher who smoked weed with the students.
That's really funny.
He was wacky. And then whatever. Oh man, we got to talk. Yep. Okay. There's his last name. I'm not going to say it out loud, but yep. Oh shit. What's up, brother? Okay. So, not me. No, you were not that guy. So, yeah. So I don't think sports, by any means, are a tool for government propaganda. I do believe some athletes get compromised.
Yeah.
As with anything with money, look at the dude. The White House just met with TikTok celebrities to push through the Ukrainian agenda. That's scary. Like that's right out of the Hitler playbook.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so check it out. Would Cami refuse to wrestle a trans girl in a high school competition?
No.
She'd wrestle a dude.
I mean, a lot of girls do practice with guys in practice.
So if you walked out there and there's a 132-pound biological male, ripped, 132, not really that ripped, but
What if
let's
I lost, like, I mean, I would be mad, but like, it's a dude. So, like,
well, I mean, is it a dude? I don't know. I don't think her coach would let her.
yeah, no.
Her coach would be like, shut up, Cami, go win. And Cami would win. I have very high confidence you'd win.
Well, usually if they would wrestle in the women's division, they probably wouldn't be good enough for the guys.
Yeah, a lot of the times. And if you can beat some of the 132-pound guys, and I'm confident you can on a good day, I don't see much of an issue. Like up until recently, girls would wrestle with dudes.
Yeah.
It's a recent thing that we have. The fastest growing sport in high school is girls wrestling. So back in the day, girls used to wrestle dudes. It is what it is. And I'm very confident that, at the end of the day, like combat sports, normally the really good dudes are going to beat up really good dudes, right?
Yeah.
So this transgender person, in my opinion, if she was really good at beating up dudes, she'd continue to beat up dudes.
Mhm.
But if Cami can beat up average dudes, I think she could beat up a transgender girl. Am I getting these words right? Because I don't want to offend anybody.
Nah, there's really no other way to put it.
Okay, I think I got it right. If I offended anybody, I would like to apologize because I just want sports to be fair, and I really don't care what you identify as. Chuck, I don't know. I read that Boys in the Boat book recently that was a different breed of people. Some of them were logging shipyard workers, a day job, and then going to school. Now you're talking well before my time. Like I'm the last year of millennial. I'm 1980. And as Thomas we had some really bad dudes in our like we had some tough kids, but we weren't that tough. We still went home. We had air conditioning. We had, electricity and all that shit. Like you're talking back in the day when they used to get in a wagon and go cross country and fucking pan for gold. Like we ain't doing that shit now, man. We can't even get off our ass to get Starbucks. We go through the drive-through. Like our entire society is soft. I think the kids these days, they beat the shit out of the kids in my days. At least the ones I've met. Brentwood, Ravenwood, all the woods, Spring Hill, all these schools, like these kids are badass. Like these kids are dope.
Mhm.
Like, because a lot of these guys, when I go to these tournaments, because I'm a coach, they follow me on Instagram. So they'll come up and talk to me. And these kids are really good kids. Really good kids. And they're really tough. And they're really respectful, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Let's all laugh at United. I don't know what that means. I don't I can.
Would your daughter prefer to play college soccer or go straight to playing overseas?
Yeah, there's a good one. Would your daughter prefer to play college soccer or go straight to play pro domestically overseas?
It's actually a good question.
That's a damn good question. I want to know this answer
I don't
because I have
even
to
know.
pay for
I
this
haven't
spoiled little fucking brat right here.
It depends if it's like D1 because like D1 staying in the country, then I could like work here. But like pro overseas, I kind of just be like just playing pro overseas.
But it would be dope.
That would be dope, but both would be dope. Like D1 scholarship or playing pro overseas. That's actually okay. I haven't actually.
This is a good question.
Dude, it actually is making me
I would,
think.
if it was me, being that I've been to college and I realize how much it doesn't really matter as much anymore, I would take the opportunity to play pro. I would, but that's me. For you, you're much smarter than I was. Like I wasn't very smart. I'm still not very smart, but you're really intelligent. And if I were you, I'd be like, I don't know what the future holds, but I also didn't have the family unit that you have.
But also,
When you go to UT Knoxville,
the women's like
45
soccer
minutes from
D1 women's soccer in the United States is pretty equivalent to pro.
it is.
So that's the thing. I don't know, because then I would have to leave like everything in America behind.
Yeah, and America's great. And also internationally, things have changed with the mandates and everything. Like, who knows? Because,
That's what scares me too.
yeah, she doesn't want that, and I don't want that. So that would be tough. It'd be an easier decision. I think in the 90s, it'd be different.
Actually, my soccer club just opened up a semi-pro league. Tennessee
What?
Soccer Club semi-pro, like USL. So like
I heard that.
I saw a lot of college players. I think even Nora might be coming to play.
Nora's legit, bro.
Yeah, so like a lot of our D1 alumni who went to college are coming to play semi-pro.
So Nora went to Mississippi State, right?
Or no, she went to Indiana State.
She went to Indiana State. Okay, so Nora, it's funny. Her coach had no idea that they were on the same state champ team together. He goes, "You're your daughter."
No, that's Allie Brown. That's Allie Brown.
No. Listen, boss man, her coach. He said that your daughter reminds me of a girl I used to coach. Her name was Nora, and I'm like, no shit, they were on the same squad. He's like, no way. I'm like, yeah, bro. So that was a compliment. So check it out. From Ultra Wump 123. There's a huge uptake in the amount of female wrestlers, people like my sister. This looks to be open doors for allowing women to compete at the college level. Unfortunately, college is slow. There's only 3 D1 programs, and you're basically going to a D2 school no one heard of.
Mainly clubs at D1 schools.
Is that how it is?
In like Ivy Leagues, yeah, they have clubs opening up, and that will hopefully lead into D1 programs.
I'll answer this. Transgenders competing, do you think they have an unfair advantage? I'll stick to one reason. The Q angle of the hips. So men hips are like this. There's a 17 to 19 degree difference in the Q angle of a female hip. So there's one great reason for this. They pass an entire human being through their vaginas. They have to have an angle for that because men, no matter how hard they try to tell you they do, we don't give birth. And if we do, it's not vaginally because we lack vaginas. So when you have a Q angle like this, right? Like this versus like this. If I hit your knee like this, you're fine, right? That's why men have less instances of ACLs. The highest occurrences of ACL injuries are in her. Girls like her. Soccer players, okay? Because look at it this way. Valgus. ACL gets torn, valgus of the knee. So as a strength coach, my number one goal when training female athletes is to mitigate the issues of knee valgus through strengthening of the glutes, the adductors, and the abductors. We do that via loading and via balancing activities and via a lot of plyometrics. So with just that alone, and there's so much more from bone density to reaction time, there is a huge unfair advantage with transgender athletes, specifically males who transition to females, because I could cut off any private part I want. I still can't change your Q angle. Trans can be both ways. You might want to just say that a man transitioning or a woman transitioning, that's too much work. My brain doesn't work that well. Hopefully people understand. From Thomas, I think every generation looks at the generation after them and feels like they are soft.
Yeah.
You're right. So Thomas, I went to my younger brother's boot camp graduation at San Diego and saw that 18-year-olds were just as tough as we were. Dude, so I know a lot of military people through my work, the supplement industry, a lot of them buy supplements. And I meet a lot of them at trade shows. Believe it or not, we also do business with all the AFEs and all the Marine, and we even do business with the Coast Guard. And I'll admit that. Just kidding. I love the Coast Guard. So the bottom line is our military are still killers. I don't care what they put out. A Marine is still a fucking Marine, right? Am I wrong? Look, if you see a Marine in public, you know it's a Marine. Dude's walking like this, and you can tell he wants to kill somebody. And I don't care if it's a Marine who's 90 years old or a Marine who's 19 years old. And so the problem with it is the victim mentality what people have. But Ultra Wump, I don't think that's a majority of people.
No.
I think what we hear is a very vocal and bitch-ass minority who just complains too damn much.
Yeah. They're still like
you don't have to agree with me. I just went over the top with that, and I apologize.
Gone soft.
My son is 3 and he already thinks he likes weightlifting. Well, that's good, man. My kids, well, dude, Preston pulled what, 180 the other
85,
day?
yeah.
Oh, dude, it's good, man. Just make sure you get him with a coach. Hey,
Hey.
Preston, what's up?
You want to come out here? Say hi.
He has something to say. Okay. What's up, dude?
185.
You pulled 185. Okay, why don't you tell everybody, come here. Don't fall over the ledge. So how much did you pull?
185.
Okay, and how much do you weigh?
80.
80.
That's insane, bro. Do you have anything to say to everybody?
Hi.
When did you become so cute? Go cook dinner or clean something, bro.
I'm just
You're turning him into a woman?
Oh, you're so sexist. All right, check it out.
Anyways, guys, if a war does happen, I just wanted to bring this up. I am going to stay in the kitchen. I will cook some really good food.
You know what? If we went to war, the attitude you were in today, we could just send you over there and everybody will walk away from the other side. Like when Cami gets in a, so let me tell you let me
Oh
tell
my
you something that
God.
genius. Okay, I got to tell you a story. So we came out with Ember from Ambrosia, and Cami has to keep her weight down for wrestling
Powerlifting.
and powerlifting. She has to be 132 for a meet, and right now she's 197 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
No, just kidding. You're 100. What are you probably?
I'm just
138?
trying. I don't know right now. I haven't weighed myself in a while. I'm just on a gradual cut. Also, I'm gaining a lot of muscle. I'm just kind of
Steroids.
caloric deficit, so I'm just gradually losing weight, getting down to the weight.
So anywho,
Hopefully,
so she's
health
taking
goals.
Ember because Ambrosia Ember, it destroys your appetite. If you have an issue eating food, like cravings, dude,
It eliminated like all my. cravings.
I take Ember and I have to literally set an alarm to eat. It's
Well,
amazing.
He's a bit different. He has the fast metabolism.
And we have another product coming out that's called No Morbidity with Alan Roberts
That one's
under
also really
Ambrosia.
good.
She took it and she's like, I forgot to eat. So if you stack those, it's crazy. But anyway, so there's 250 milligrams of caffeine in Ember. Every morning she wakes up, she drinks a Ghost. She's getting 550 milligrams of caffeine. So we're at the gym yesterday and she's crashed. She's like falling asleep on the way to the gym, way to Elite Fitness in Gatlinburg. And I'm like, Cami, what the hell, bro? It's like we just woke up. And then she's like, yeah, I don't know. I had an energy drink. I'm like, do you also take? Oh my God.
No,
So-
I was
so
feeling like
Katie
it for like
figured
a
it out.
week. I
So
was
for
like,
a week,
I didn't know that Ember had caffeine.
but when she crashed, she just became really, really mean. And look, dude, I grew up in a house with my dad, who was just a Jewish accountant, my brother, who was pretty alpha, and my mom, who was literally in the Israeli military, a drill sergeant. I grew up with dudes. So I don't know how to deal with this shit. I thought maybe she was PMS or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know, just don't yell at me. Stop. So finally she got over it today. And today she was only a bitch because she was a bitch. And it had nothing to do with the caffeine.
Well, I wasn't a B word.
No, you were
today.
great today. You and Thomas just fight too much. man.
Thomas is just really moody sometimes.
He's 14, man. He's turning 14.
14 in. He put his birthday in the calendar, like so don't forget.
So in the shaker, I got machine fuel. That's been my sipping juice. God bless America. I agree. Don't just hide that. Yeah, we don't, guys. We don't talk
Guys.
trash about America here because we like it. Because look behind me, that's America, and I love me some America.
My daughter wrestles and my son go cook and clean. LO. Okay, that's actually like our family, because like that seems like something Preston would do. Go cook and clean while I go like fight someone. Or no, Thomas.
Where's the love for the Army? So let me tell you about the Army. The Army is smarter than the Marines. I gave this speech at the Arnold Classic because I had an Army guy standing here and a Marine. And then we had Andrew, who's a Marine, one of our athletes. And so anyway, so I was like, you know who's smart? The Army. Because the Marines are like, where are they? I'm going to kill them. And the Marines go first. They kill everybody. The Army comes out. They're like, we won. The Army's like, y'all got this. We're going to sit back and Cami's going to cook for us and we're going to be good to go. Oh, shit.
You know what I've been making lately? Planta sludge.
Planta sludge.
We need to supply that if there is a world war. There will be Planta sludge, guys. For all of you guys who are
As long as they'll
war-aged.
cut off our supply chain of that hippie protein, man.
Oh my God.
Isn't Tennessee a conservative state? Put it to you this way. We went into every store we went into, had a Let's Go branded. Flag.
Oh my
I
God.
got socks today that says F your V. That they don't know what that. I can't say it because it's YouTube. Let's just say they don't like that V word. It has to do with
Somebody said that's your daughter, bro. No, he's my daughter.
really. Alan actually served, man.
Oh, it
shit.
just popped up the dictionary.
Yeah.
On the
Okay.
computer.
So
Ugh.
what was I talking about? Yeah. So I also got socks with Macho Man Randy Savage.
I got llama socks. It's kind of my thing.
Why do you like llamas?
I don't know. It's really random. I just think they look cool.
Yeah, but Tennessee is probably, in my opinion, the next. I think West Virginia might be the most conservative. Then Tennessee, then Florida and Texas are in there. But Wyoming's obviously very conservative.
Is Memphis a liberal area?
Memphis and Nashville, we don't concern ourselves with them.
Basically, 99% of Tennessee. Like,
let's just say that they called the election before we even voted. They're like, Trump's got that shit. No, I love it here. I'm a conservative. I have conservative values, and that's me. If you don't like conservative areas, go live in your liberal socialist places. I'm cool with that. Federalism. Biological men get beat up by biological men. There's a huge issue. Okay. Have you tried L-carnitine with cordyceps and estrogen? So I have a product out called Peak Physicor. That's phenomenal. You should try it. Ain't ready for the Marines yet. Alan, you were in the Army. Oh, no. Alan, were you in the Army or in the Marines? I don't remember.
Oh, you might offend him.
No, I'm not going to offend him. Alan cannot be offended. Alan has literally had death threats every day of his life.
Have you ever tried to offend him?
Oh, Alan, no. So for those of you who don't know, we've said this so many times. So Alan and I, we started out with him destroying me in a disc contest.
That's
so
really funny.
Alan,
of course he destroyed you.
Yeah, and he was so much better than me at talking shit. And Marines, I knew it. So Alan just destroyed me. And I can't even I look back and I'm like, I should have just been so Mac Truck came at me once before we became friends. And he would have destroyed me, but I just ignored him. And he's like, I had to stop but Alan went at me and I tried to make some underhanded shit. He just kept destroying me. He was much funnier than me. I'm not good at dissing. It's not my thing. I'm good at sarcasm, and that doesn't always work. New flavors of MTS Way. Right now, we're just trying to keep everything in stock, keep the price as stable as possible. And we had too many flavors. It was a supply chain nightmare.
I feel like everything has supply chain issues right now. It's so annoying. You
guys should check out InfoWars. I was in InfoWars when I didn't go to Kroger. So you guys who didn't know, I actually turned down millions of dollars from Kroger because of their mandates. They were penalizing employees who didn't get that. And I literally said I won't do business with them because of it. So I actually was in InfoWars for that. That was actually pretty cool. BP&J MTS Way. So PB&J, I'm guessing. Butter peanut doesn't make sense. That wouldn't work. It would be like a weird strawberry kind of chocolate. Peanut butter cookies and cream. Can't go wrong with that.
I'm telling you, the peanut butter and jelly outright bars are really good though. I don't really even like peanut butter and jelly, and I like the peanut butter and jelly outright bars. You
know what? I thought I'd like peanut butter jelly more, but I had one that one time, and I'm like, this really isn't that special.
I thought it was really good. Literally 90% of the people at the Arnold.
No, not the bar, the actual sandwich. The bar is amazing.
The bar is amazing. I was about to say.
The bar is better than the sandwich.
You've been taking too much
cocaine. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
As you can tell.
Any questions, get at us, or else we're gonna go.
Yeah, I have to. My bladder's on a timer. It lasts about 45 minutes usually. So.
To what? Your bladder?
I chugged a whole Propel and decaf.
She literally. So we were going on a hike today.
Machine fuel with.
We were going on a hike today, and she literally peed. And then after we were done peeing, the rest of the family, she went pee again.
No, the server kept just bringing me waters. I had 5 waters by the end of the meal, and I just felt like I had to drink all of them.
You didn't have to drink all of them because they're free. I appreciate the thrift. I sometimes fart into my hand and smell it while watching live Q&As on YouTube.
Oh my God.
You ever done that?
No. I'm sure you have.
I have. I'm not going to lie. In my 41 years on this earth, I have farted in my hand and smelled it. Yeah, PB&J Planta is really good. I think my personal favorite is still the banana maple French toast. I just think that's such a...
Caramel candy is mine. Caramel cookie
Just
candy?
call it Twix.
Twix. What is the official flavor on the label?
Chocolate caramel candy bar.
Chocolate caramel candy bar. I've been blending that up lately, and it's like my go-to snack, and I have it every day after school.
So Cami, being that she's related to me, has a bit of IBS as well.
But I have the opposite.
So I have D, she has C.
Constipation.
Yeah, I have diarrhea. Well, I don't have diarrhea, but I have IBS that it's in remission.
It flares up. Like the way
Thank
this
you, Aaron.
works is
Go ahead.
flares. Yeah. So basically, it would just flare up. So I need to be super on point with what I eat and consistent. Like I had a burger yesterday, and my IBS-C flared up, and I don't know. I'm just very careful about what I eat, and I'll feel like crap if I eat anything out of my normal.
What do you eat?
I can give you a daily rundown.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so for breakfast, I have about 3 servings of egg whites. So I don't even know how much measurement that is, but about 75 calories of egg whites, 2 strips of turkey bacon, which he gets mad at when I say it's bacon.
Turkey bacon's not bacon. It's just turkey product shaped into bacon. That shouldn't be called bacon. That's misappropriation of bacon.
Yeah, he got mad about that earlier.
Really
Anyways,
mad.
then I have 2 slices of Dave's Killer Bread, thinly sliced like good seed bread. And then I put about like a tablespoon and a half of guacamole on my toast, not on each one, but in total. And then I add everything bagel seasoning to it. Anyways, that's the most detailed I'll get. Then for snack, I have an outright bar. Usually make cookies and cream because that's the best flavor for me. And then for lunch, I have a carb-balanced spinach tortilla with 5 ounces of chicken and lettuce and sugar-free barbecue sauce. And then when I get home from school, that's when I have my planta. I'll have 1.5 to 2 scoops of planta after school, depending on how hungry I am. And then from there, I'll just make my dinner, which is usually like 5 or 6 ounces of chicken, grilled chicken, with like a serving and a half of vegetables. And then what else do I have? That's usually it. And then usually like a Greek yogurt pop. And then, yeah. Sorry, that was a lot, guys.
No, that faking. Faking. This guy farts in his hand, though. Love what you do, Marc. Your inspiration.
Wait, I don't think that's the guy who farts. Oh,
yeah,
he does fart in his
hand. He does fart in his hand. That's the guy.
Do farts have calories?
Farts do not have calories.
Oh.
Libertarian here. So I was actually a registered libertarian for a few years, and then I realized we will never, ever win an election, and most libertarians are nuts. So I was registered independent, but when you move to Tennessee to vote in a primary, you have to pick a party. And that was the first time I ever registered as a Republican. And I hate it. I want to be an independent, but I also want to be able to vote in the primary because that's why I was able to vote for Rand Paul, who is, by the way, more libertarian than most libertarians.
I just realized I was like 10 minutes behind. LOL.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, because like sometimes like you start it.
Oh, it is.
Sometimes it starts you at the beginning. Sometimes it starts you like.
I've never signed on to a live. I've signed on to Alan's lives, but
I don't watch them on YouTube. I've been on Instagram and sometimes TikTok. You know, if you have TikTok, you'll scroll through your For You page and there will just be lives, and sometimes it's really random and weird. That's TikTok for you, random and weird.
TikTok is weird, man. So you're on TikTok. Have you seen any of these like influencers that the White House is paying to propagandize Ukraine?
I haven't. What are the specific ones? Do you know specific names?
There's some chick on my Twitter feed that was. I'll find it, but go ahead.
I don't know if they're like. I mean, I would say I'm pretty in with the Gen Z stuff because I do have TikTok. I don't really go on it like as often as most people my age, but I know like the trends and stuff and like the popular influencers. And I don't know. Let's just see who this is. I don't even know, but I don't pay attention really.
I mean, she was like 18 years old, black hair. It was on my Twitter.
Charlie D'Amelio? No, I don't think Charlie is getting involved.
41 years old, man.
41?
41. I'm 41. I
thought you were talking about the influencer. I'm like,
I tried TikTok. Sure. I don't think I got it. Like, Democrats and Republicans are both full of corruption, but overall, modern Republican Party is more aligned with ideology with people in America. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I hate like Mitt Romney. I don't want to be in that guy's party. State tax in Tennessee. Nope. No state tax. None. And the first 2 years of college are free at a vocational school or community college. So that's an air conditioner. Yeah, so like Tennessee is the greatest state in the union. And I love it here. I'm never moving. Like, this is my spot. If I do move, it's because I got a lot of money to move elsewhere. Yeah. But even then, I think I have enough money where I'm happy staying here and just not making the extra money.
It's also like, really pretty. And we were driving through Asheville. That's pretty. That's somewhere. Where else would we?
Asheville's North Carolina.
Asheville. Yeah, I know. It's still pretty, though. What else is pretty?
We're talking about Tennessee.
Well, I was just talking about pretty areas. I want to go to Utah. Apparently, it's pretty.
This is a great one here, man. Chick-fil-A might be homophobic, but it delicious homophobic chicken.
You know,
It's the Lord's chicken sandwich.
Bro, their grilled chicken is so good.
They propagandize the younger generation through media and celebrities subtly, so you're not going to notice it by design. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good Republicans, but definitely some corrupt folks that are as well rocking that label. So, but I don't know of any Democrats I like, unless you still consider Tulsi a Democrat. I like Tulsi. If she would have won the nominee for the Democrats, I would have voted for her over Trump as a Democrat. I would have. If you hate me for that, that's fine. I'm not a Trump fan. I just hate Biden.
If I say let's go Brandon, will it get demonetized?
Let's go Brandon. I don't think, because we're talking about Brandon Curry, the winner of the Arnold Classic. Of course, YouTube's not going to demonetize that. YouTube loves Brandon Curry.
Yeah. We're really big like bodybuilding fans.
What do you guys think of Sleepy Joe? I've hated Joe Biden since I was a kid. He's a crooked career politician. The guy's a piece of shit.
He can't form a sentence.
When he was younger, he was funny as shit, though. I remember the dude was doing an interview on TV once, and it was about gun control. He's like, I don't know why anybody needs like a rifle. All he needs is a shotgun. And he had a shotgun. And he points it at the camera and goes, all you got to do is point and shoot this thing. Someone's going to die. I'm like, did he really just say that? So he's basically making a case for murdering people with shotguns. I was like, this is great. There are tons of cultural influences on the people of this country that weigh us down spiritually, physically, and mentally. You're speaking truth. You are. Did you pay under $150K for the house?
What house? Do you mean the one that we're like, we're in an Airbnb right
We're
now?
at an Airbnb, bro. Our house is worth considerably more.
No, it's gone up a lot.
Like 20 times more than that.
To the math. Probably about right.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. Oh, yeah. You're about right.
Yeah, our house is worth a lot of fucking money. It's about 20 times.
Dude, Nashville area is like blowing up. Like
it's crazy.
Way more people are moving there. And since we're close to Nashville, our house has just gone whoop, in value.
If I could pay under $150K for my house, that means the appreciation would be awesome. And I would sell it immediately. Real power in this world is being able to close on Sundays like Chick-fil-A and still not lose $1 in profit. Hobby Lobby, baby. The Lord's chicken sandwich.
Chick-fil-A is just so good.
Chick-fil-A is amazing. Even their grilled chicken sandwich that's healthy is so good. I could eat that on prep.
Okay, you guys might hate me for this, but I don't like fried chicken.
It's racist.
I'm still eating the Lord's chicken though.
The Lord's chicken. The Lord does not discriminate.
No, I can literally eat that grilled chicken all day, and their nuggets. If you've never had their nuggets, like if you are on a diet and you need somewhere to go, Chick-fil-A's are popping up all over the country. Nuggets and their fruit cups are pretty good. So
did I ever tell you the story about why I can't eat fried chicken anymore?
Why? No, you
it's
didn't.
Not because I'm a bodybuilder. So here's the story.
Oh my God. It's about
in 2004, Katie's dad died.
Oh God.
So we had to stay at her mom's house because her mom was kind of having some problems, right? Her husband just died. And so all her friends are Jewish. And when Jews die, you do something called sit and shiva. Sit and shiva means you sit in your fucking house for like 7 days and people bring you food. So anyway, her house is 1 block away from a KFC. Everybody brought us KFC. Thank you, Thomas. That was Tim Giraffe was his name. So everybody brought us KFC. At first, I was like, yes, I get to eat fried chicken and mashed potatoes every meal. We ate that shit for breakfast. We ate that shit for lunch. We ate that shit for dinner. We ate it for snacks. We ate it before the gym, after the gym. All we ate was chicken, fried. No one thought to get the grilled, and they had it back then. No, it was a fried chicken. Ever since that day, I cannot eat fried chicken. I haven't eaten fried chicken since 2004. Actually, it was 2004, December 3rd. I live in Toronto, and when they opened the first Chick-fil-A a few years back, the LGBT protested them for almost a week. Here's a question, though. Is that Chick-fil-A still in business, and does it still have a line down the street?
I know some people who are liberal. They don't care about Chick-fil-A, like their views. They just like the chicken.
So one of my good friends, he's my publicist, actually. His name is Aaron. Gay, like super gay. He's the gayest man I know. Loves him some Chick-fil-A.
Dude, Chick-fil-A, you just can't go wrong with
You
their
can't.
food.
Like Chick-fil-A, the Lord accepts everybody's money. including gays.
And their drive-thrus are always fast. You'll see, there was one we were driving by, we were trying to get lunch, but their drive-thru was literally into the turn lane on the road. But I watched the cars cycle through really quickly.
So here's one. If you need an alarm system for your house, I can hook you up. I work for ADT. Funny story. We're
Oh
just
my God.
talking about it. Katie's dad owned 21st Century Security Systems in Culver City. It's weird that you brought that up, but actually, because of that, my wife is paranoid. We would not even move into our house without an alarm system, cameras, and probably a machine gun turret on the second floor. The answer is yes, and the chicken is disconcerting Canada. Look, here's the deal. People have different views. Generally speaking, Christian people, they're not really down with the gays. I mean, not the real Christians. Like, it's not the thing. Like Adam and Eve and Sodom and Gomorrah. There's a whole story. So we have differences, and most Christians don't care, right?
Yeah, no.
But some really care. But that's the beauty of America. It's the beauty of America is that we can have differences in opinion.
Yeah.
If you don't like eating somewhere, but this is Canada, but whatever, you guys have your own version of America stuff. But yeah, I mean, Chick-fil-A is great. I love me some Chick-fil-A.
Same.
And I'm not even,
Sounds good.
and I'm a Jew. So anyway, let's wrap this up. We
Yeah,
got
I
some
really have to
vacation.
pee.
I'd poop. Okay. No, I already did. That was a joke.
No, but I actually have to pee.
Right in your bathroom. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll do these more often. Keep up with Cami. Where can they find you?
Cami Lobliner on Instagram.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Bye.